Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, welcome dear devotees. You're most welcome to today's Srimad Bhagavatam discussion, the daily divine discussion. And we'll start with prayers and we'll proceed ahead with today's Bhagavatam. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamahiyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurtuse Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jaitam Surato Pangot Mama Mandamatirgati Matsarvasya Padambojav Radha Madana Mohano Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Pancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, and once again, welcome to today's Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. I'm so very happy to see all of you. Yes, and I request devotees can turn on their videos, it'd be really nice. There's something on the chat, Prabhuji, grateful to you, you're magnanimously giving us time to develop. I'm actually very selfish. I want to increase my contact with pure souls like all of you, and I want to increase my contact time with Bhagavatam. That's my only intention, nothing else. So that is my selfishness. So we all can be selfish for Krishna. Nate viduswartha gatim hi Vishnu. That's allowed. If you are in Mumbai, please come to our home. I was in Mumbai yesterday. It was a wonderful experience for me. It was a short visit and we came back. But nevertheless, thank you for inviting. Now I'll next come to Mumbai only for one purpose, to board the flight. Okay, so we are discussing from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, third chapter, shloka number 25, and this incarnation is something who is coming in the Kali Yuga. Yes, our Yuga incarnation, right? There's some special kind of attachment to Kali Yuga. Our Yuga incarnation is not Yuga Avatar, but he comes to punish, chastise, and thoroughly thwart all the miscreants of Kali Yuga. Any guesses who we are talking about? Yes, Kalki incarnation. And I guess there's a movie also, right? On Kalki. They released some movie. So everybody is eagerly waiting for Kalki incarnation because they are not properly informed. But today's discussion is going to give proper incarnation. And if somebody hears, they launch a movie. Okay, we'll have a movie. Kalki will come, and everybody is eagerly anticipating because they're they're having poor fund of knowledge, as Prabhupada rightly says. They don't know what Kalki is going to do to them. That's why people are calling, where is Kalki? Where is Kalki? But if you hear what Kalki does, two things will happen. Number one, you'll become devotee. Yes. And number two, you will pray Kalki never comes. I never see Kalki again. Yes, especially if somebody is very sinful. Yeah. So we'll discuss more about Kalki. I want to appear in a different way. Yes. You all like this particular display of the screen? That way you all feel I am also watching you all and we get to see the shloka also. Okay. Something to please Vaishnavas. So this is Bhagavatam 1.3.25. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam Daivim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshva bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya Bhagavatyuttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtuki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya namo namaha अथासौ युगसन्ध्यायां दस्युप्रायेषु राजसु जनिता विष्णुयशसो नाम्ना कल्किर्जगत्पतिः. I would like to introduce something that is, even some of you Vaishnavas can also recite shloka, so I'll recite it 2 more times and we'll give chance to 2 devotees today. अथासौ युगसन्ध्यायां दस्युप्रायेषु राजसु जनिता विष्णुयशसो नाम्ना कल्किर्जगत्पतिः अथासौ युगसन्ध्यायां दस्युप्रायेषु राजसु जनिता विष्णुयशसो namna kalkir jagatpatihi. All right, so who would like to recite this? Okay, hands are raised already. Okay, 2 devotees have raised their hands. We'll give them chance. Okay, you can start. Riya Mataji can start.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. अतासौ युगसन्ध्यायां दस्युप्रायेषु राजसु जनिता विष्णुयशसो नाम्ना कल्किर्जगत्पतिः.
Sadhu, sadhu, very
Hare
nice.
Krishna.
Her Grace Bhakti Sundari Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु अथासु युगसन्ध्यायां दस्युप्रायेषु राजसु जनिता विष्णु यशसो नाम्ना कल्किर्जगत्पतिः.
Very nicely recited. Thank you. Okay. Athasau. Thereafter, next. So we had discussed the 19th and 20th incarnation, Krishna Balram. 21st incarnation is Buddha, and this is the last incarnation. So in Bhagavatam, first canto, 3rd chapter, 22 incarnations of Krishna are discussed. So this is incarnation number 22, the last one, final. Atha Asau. So thereafter, Asau, the same Lord, the same personality about whom we have been discussing so far. That's what is meaning of Asau. Atha Asau Yuga Sandhyayam. What is the meaning of Yuga Sandhya? It's a very interesting concept. Have you heard of this terminology called Yuga Sandhya? Okay. How many yugas are there? I'll explain this Yuga Sandhya concept. How many yugas totally? 4 yugas. Satya, Treta, Dwapar, and everybody's favorite. Please tell it. Kali. Okay. So when Satyuga is going to transition to Treta Yuga, that particular period, any 2 yugas overlap. That is called as Yuga Sandhya. Just like there is the relay race. You've seen the relay race? There's one athlete who is running and then go and pass on the baton. And that time when the passing on the baton is going on, the athlete who is passing on the baton and also that athlete who is accepting the baton, both are running for some time. You've seen that? It happens. So that particular period, similarly, there is one yuga which is about to conclude and the other yuga is about to start. That period is called as Yuga Sandhya. Just like Satya, Treta, Dwapar, Dwapar, Kali. All have Sandhyas. So then which Yuga Sandhya is Kali going to come? Kalki going to come? Kalki comes at the Yuga Sandhya where Kali is going to end and Satya is going to, next Satya Yuga is going to start. So that time Kalki comes. That is the Yuga Sandhya. How is the Yuga Sandhya period calculated? How much time? So this also is described by Acharyas. So Yuga Sandhya period actually is huge. It's huge. 10% of the previous Yuga and the 10% of next Yuga, add both the numbers. That is equal to the Yuga Sandhya period. So it's a huge number actually. Yuga Sandhya is not for a short period. 10% of both the Yugas. You add both, for that period the Sandhya takes place. So there's a good overlap. 10% here, 10% here, maths, do the maths. That much period is called as Yuga Sandhya. Yes, that period is Yuga Sandhya. This is one concept. And the other acharyas explain that even other yugas come and take part in the main yuga. So now the main yuga is what? Kali Yuga. But the actual Kali Yuga is yet to start. Why? Because currently the Satyuga period in Kali Yuga is going on. Yeah. So we are all little fortunate because this is Satyuga in Kali Yuga. Later on there will be Treta Yuga in Kali Yuga. Then there will be Dwapar Yuga in Kali Yuga. And then there will be Ghor Kali Yuga. Then there will be Yuga Sandhya. This is how. That is why Prabhupada often says, 10,000 years, the next 10,000 years. What is the meaning of the 10,000 years? So that 10,000 years is actually the time period of the Satyuga in Kali Yuga. Then slowly things will degrade even further. Things are going to go from bad to worse. So hopefully we all don't remain that time here. We are all not here. We are serving the divine couple in Golok Vrindavan. By that time, that's what we should be our aspiration. We should not, oh, dangerous, Kali Yuga is going to get even worse. I would like to see, oh, we have seen so many Kali Yugas already. This is not something new. We have seen so many Kali Yugas, we have seen so many Dwapar, Treta, Satya, everything we have seen, but still we are here. So let's not see anything more now. We have already seen everything. Right. So one thing now we should aspire to see is what we every day pray in Tulsi Aarti. Morai Abhilash Vilas Kunja Diyovas. We want to see Vilas Kunj. Nayane Heribo Sada Jugal Rupa Rashi. That's the Heribo. Heribo means what I want to see. Yes, that is our aspiration. This is what we should see. We should not see anything else. So be careful with what we aspire, what Abhilash we have. So in this Yuga Sandhya, where Kali Yuga is going to conclude and Satyuga is going to start, in that Yuga Sandhya, what will happen? The situation. What will be the situation? Dasyu Prayashu Rajashu. Prayashu means almost everyone. That's called Prayashu. Dasyu means looters, plunderers, robbers, thieves, dacoits. Who? Rajasu. Even the kings, the leaders who are supposed to protect people will be first-class exploiters. That is the situation. The leadership is totally corrupt. There is no hope that there is a genuine soul who can represent Krishna. Till the time there is one genuine leader, yes, he can make the whole world into Vaikuntha. That's what would happen. Who is that Rajarshi, that one genuine leader who is properly trained in Krishna consciousness? And thus he makes the whole world into Vaikuntha. Ambarish Maharaj, Yudhishthir Maharaj, Parikshit Maharaj. During the reign of such Rajarishis, the population had only one desire. You ask them, what is your desire? They will say, we want to go back to Godhead. That's the only desire we have. Why? Because Yatha Raja Tata Praja. That was the desire of the kings. So they had this desire and they trained. So even one sincere soul, if brought in the leadership, can change the entire community. But when there is no hope, because is there any particular leader who will take up the reins of responsibility in their own hands and make the world population Krishna conscious? No, there's nobody like that. Okay, then I have to come. That's how it happens. There is nobody who can represent the Lord. There is no Naradev. Nobody fit to represent the Lord. Now the Lord has to come. Right? He has to come. So all the leaders are corrupt. Janita. He takes birth. As whom? Vishnu Yashaha. So Vishnu Yasha. Yasha is the surname. And Vishnu is the name of his father. Vishnu Yasan Namna. So father's name is also very clearly mentioned. And if you read the 12th canto, Bhagavatam, 2nd chapter, it's a homework. You all do it. I'm not going to do that. I'm not giving you the verse number. There's also which town he will be born, which dynasty he'll be born. Everything is mentioned about Kalki. Because they are the future events prediction. Yes. So this is all there in the Shastra. So Vishnu Yasha is the name of that Brahmana. Of course, I reveal he's a Brahmana. And he will take birth there. Namna Kalki hi Jagatpati. Actually, he is Jagatpati. This word Jagatpati is very, very finely chosen by Bhagavatam. Jagatpati means one who is the maintainer of this universe. Pati means maintainer. Or Prabhupada translates word to word as creator of this universe. But what he is going to come to do? He is going to come to destroy. My God. Jagatpati word is supposed to, Pati means protection. Jagatpati, protector of universe. Jagatpati, creator of this universe. But what he will come to do? He is going to come to destroy. He will do the activity that apparently is opposing to his name. Apparently. It's not so. Because by destroying the ill elements of Kali Yuga, he is going to create the next Satyuga. That's what happens. Right? We are going to read more in the purport. So when Kalki comes, he incarnates, he finishes off all the miscreant. That is the only way these people will get delivered. So that is also out of his compassion. He is coming to for pati, for their purification, for their protection. These sinful people have no other hope. All right, fine. I will come and kill them with my own hands. So they will get some contact with the Lord. Yes, of course, one who Vishnu Mukti Pradatam Sarvesham Vishnu Revana Samshaya. Who gives mukti? Vishnu gives mukti. All the Vishnu Murtis. Even Kalki can give mukti. But who gives mukti to unqualified sinful people? That only Mukunda Krishna can do, not Kalki. But still, he comes, kills them, delivers them. Now you start fresh. Yes, they get a fresh start. Correct? That way also, that is also his compassion. He comes and finishes off, and then the new Satyuga, the devotees who are remaining, yes, the remaining devotees, they start the next Satyuga. Even now, there are 2 Kshatriyas who have gone to meditation in the Himalayas. Because when the next Satyuga starts, they will come back and they will start creating the further Kshatriya population. The Saptarishis are very well present there. They will come and start the spiritual education. The Manu, it is his responsibility to ensure there are responsible Brahmanas, all responsible people, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishyas, they're all in balance. So all these things, because next Satyuga starts well, then it will last. The Vedic culture will last. Right? So that is their responsibility. Okay, so let's see. I want someone who can read the translation. Is there somebody who would like to read? Okay. Grace Bhakti Sundari Mataji, please read.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thereafter, at the conjunction of 2 yugas, the Lord of the creation will take his birth as the Kalki incarnation and become the son of Vishnu, Yasha. At this time, almost all the rulers of the earth will have degenerated into plunderers.
Thank you. Somebody else would like to read the purport? Okay. Then Radha Prabhu, go ahead.
Here is another foretelling concerning the advent of Lord Kalki, the incarnation of Godhead. He is to appear at the conjunction of the 2 yugas, namely at the end of Kali Yuga and at the beginning of Satya Yuga. The cycle of the 4 yugas, namely Satya, Treta, Dwapara, and Kali, rotates like the calendar months. The present Kali Yuga lasts 432,000 years out. Prabhuji, could you please scroll up?
I just wanted to comment something. So first thing that is mentioned, you only can read, but I'll pause. I'll keep pausing and giving you. Yeah. So we find here the nature of time is described. That's one of the concepts. And you see how Krishna has beautifully created, it's cyclic in nature. Time is not linear. In some Abrahamic religions, the time is presented as linear. Okay, there is creation, then there is judgment day, finished. Everything ends there. But the concept of time actually is cyclic. If you look at our day, sun rises in the east, sets in the west, again rises in the east, sets in the west. So every day it's a cyclic process. It's like a cycle, right? If you look at the days in the month, yes, there is 1 to 30. Again, after 30, back to 1 to 30. So this 1 to 30, the cycles keep coming. Cyclically at a particular period, Ekadashis, Amavasyas, Purnimas, all these occasions, they keep recurring in a cyclic fashion. The names of the months, they also come in a cyclic fashion. So everything is a cycle, perfect cycle of the Lord. So similarly, Satya, Treta, Dwapar and Kali are also cyclic in nature. Yeah, so that's very wonderfully explained. The cyclic nature of time is explained. Yeah. Now you can proceed reading ahead.
Out of which we have passed only 5,000 years after the battle of Kurukshetra and the end of the regime of King Parikshit. So there are 427,000 years balance yet to be finished. Therefore, at the end of this period, Prabhuji, thank you. The incarnation of Kalki will take place as foretold in the Srimad Bhagavatam. The name of his father, Vishnu Yasha, a learned Brahmana, and the village of Shambhala are also mentioned. As above mentioned are the foretellings. So all these foretellings will prove to be factual in chronological order. That is the authority of Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Amazing. So Buddha is future incarnation, whom we are seeing. Amazing, right? So Buddha was predicted and we saw. Bhagavatam was spoken 5,000 years back. Buddha appeared 2,600 years back. And similarly, Kalki's incarnation will come after 4,27,000 years. And that's something we will not see, but is predicted in the Bhagavatam. That is the greatness of Bhagavatam. Let's see some more points if we can discuss. Yeah. This incarnation of Kali, I'll just speak something about Kali and yeah. In the Mahabharata, if you see, there are two personalities. The one personality is Shakuni and the other personality is Duryodhana. You know who was Shakuni? Shakuni was an incarnation of Dwapar Yuga. And Duryodhana was an incarnation of Kali Yuga. So he's the one who was hell-bent to fight. Right? So Kali means quarrel, hypocrisy, fighting, wars. That is the meaning of Kali. Kali Yuga, Kalaha. Kali comes from this word Kalaha, which means quarrel. And Kalaha also means to deceit, cheat, hypocritical. That is also Kalaha, cheating. And these two personalities, Dwapar and Kali, they both were present in the battle of Kurukshetra at the same time when Krishna was there at Kurukshetra. In fact, there was a solar eclipse. Yes, in Kurukshetra. That time, everybody comes to, they all meet. Rajvasis, Dwarkavasis, the Kurus, they all meet there during the solar eclipse. This mention is there in the 10th canto Bhagavatam. It comes around the 88th chapter, 87, 88. 87 is the Vedas personified, their prayers. 88, this particular chapter is there. So that time there is a special guest who visits Krishna also. Special guest comes. You know who's that guest? That guest is Kali. So Kali comes. Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dandot Pranam. We want to know when I will come. What is my time of advent? So he comes and asks Krishna. So Kali was very much there. So Kali was born even that time. And almost when Parikshit Maharaj was born, Kali was somewhere close to 30 years of age, it is said. And when Parikshit Maharaj left, he ruled for a period of some more years, when he was 24 odd years. So Parikshit Maharaj was 36 when he became the king, because Pandavas ruled for 36 years and that time Parikshit was born. So he was close to 36 when he accepted the kingdom and he ruled for another period of time, maybe another 24 odd years. So Kali was more. And when the battle, this particular solar eclipse episode takes place, subsequently the battle of Kurukshetra also takes place. So roughly when Parikshit Maharaj and Kali faced each other, they were about, Kali was somewhere close to 90, 100 years had already passed approximately. So Kali was there already. And Kali could not actually bear his influence when Yudhishthir was there as a king. It was not possible because after the battle of Kurukshetra is Kali's beginning. Kali appeared, the battle of Kurukshetra happened. And then when Yudhishthir Maharaj came to take charge, Kali could not exert his influence. He tried to do something during Parikshit Maharaj times. It's going to come ahead in few chapters. But even when Parikshit Maharaj was the ruler, he was such a powerful leader, Kali could not. He completely checked the influence of Kali. So that's why Abhyartidas tada tasme sthanani kalayo dadau Yutam panam striya suna yatra dharmas chaturvida. So Parikshit Maharaj, Kali surrenders. He was beating the bull and he cut the legs of bull and he was torturing the cow, wearing the garb of a king. So Parikshit Maharaj, he immediately arrested Kali and he was going to slit his throat. He was going to kill him. These perpetrators should be killed. But that time he also seeks refuge unto Parikshit Maharaj. I am also your praja. Please excuse me and give me a place to live. I surrender. He said, okay, you can stay in these 4 places. Jutam panam striyasuna. where there is meat eating, gambling, illicit sex, intoxication. You can go and stay there. Kali smiles. He says, very intelligently, you tactfully spoke this. These places don't exist in your kingdom. That was Parikshit Maharaj's rule. He was so strict. He used to go around checking. He had perfect vigilance, thorough vigilance. Are there anybody breaking the 4 regulative principles? Yeah. So he was very strict. And that's why Kali could not enter. But where there is breaking of 4 regulative principles, that's the place where Kali enters. So Kali enters and he makes his rule. That's the place given. But he also gave his place where there was excess gold. Excessive gold wherever it is there. People are hoarding money more than what is required. There also Kali will be there. There will be fight. Most of the fight you see happens for land and money, assets, right? That's why people fight. So there also Kali is staying. So Kali stays in these 4 regulative principles, and also he stays in wherever there is wealth and treasury. Automatically there will be fighting. There will be a lot of fighting. And yeah, so one has to be very careful to keep Kali off guard. And to get the strength to follow the 4 regulative principles, one has to chant the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This kind of chanting, when one is doing very attentively with a prayerful mood, then one can keep a check on the Kali. Otherwise, Kali can enter even in the circle of devotees. One has to be careful, right? And again, any kind of disturbance in the Vaishnava society, it is told that, okay, if this kind of disturbance is coming, devotees have differences, we should blame Kali for that, not the devotee. That way we will not offend any devotee. Oh, this is Kali's influence, Kali Yuga's influence. This is the test of Maya, Kali Yuga trying to, create lack of cooperation between devotees. So we should not let Kali win. We should make Prabhupada win. That's ideal. Prabhupada should be the winner, not Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga should not be the winner. We should take care of that. Okay, so I can take some questions now. How long is Satyuga period in Kali Yuga and the subsequent yugas in the Kali Yuga? Well, Yuga Sandhya is mentioned. This particular presence of other yugas, I have not read there anywhere clearly mentioned. But the period of 10,000 period is a golden period. That is mentioned very clearly. So that period can be considered as Satyuga within Kali Yuga. Yeah. Yes, Sudhakar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. If I understand the class, I think you said that God is appearing at the end of the Yuga period, like you said 10% of the previous Yuga and 10% of the Yuga Sandhya. So is my understanding right that Lord Krishna took as a Dwapar Yuga at the end of the Dwapar Yuga, right? Not in the...
Yes, that is also Yuga Sandhya only, Prabhu. Krishna
Yeah.
comes in Yuga Sandhya.
Similarly, Lord Ram also, Prabhuji, I don't know, that's what I'm asking.
Ramachandra's period of advent, does he also come in Yuga Sandhya? Well, we cannot be so very sure. We have to check the timelines. Lord Ram comes in proper Treta. That is mentioned. Every Treta Yuga there is Ramayana. Every Treta Yuga.
So is there any specific reason why... The second question is, is there a specific reason why the Lord as a Purnavatar, Lord Krishna is some Purnavatar, we say, right, is coming at the end of the Dwapar Yuga, or you can say in the beginning of the Kali Yuga, something like that, right? Why not in the beginning? Or I don't know, it's a stupid question, but I just...
No, it is not. It is not. This question even I had. I had this question previously, that why Krishna, who is the Yuga Avatar? Yuga Avatar means he should come in the beginning and teach the Yuga Dharma. What I thought. Imagine Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes in the end. What will happen to all of us? Yes. So in the beginning, Yuga Avatar is supposed to come in the beginning, right? And teach the phenomena of deity worship. And if you see, if as per 11th canto, 5th chapter, it is Krishna himself who is known with different names, various names. He is the person who is the Yuga Avatar for Treta Yuga. Sorry, for Dwapar Yuga. And he establishes the principle of deity worship. And if you see the deity worship, how he established is through Rajsuya Yajna and many places where he received the Agra Puja. That's where he establishes the standard. But by the time Dwapar Yuga was done, it's over. But the phenomenon of deity worship was already very much prevalent in Dwapar Yuga. It was there. Yes, Krishna came to simply accept it. And Krishna...
Maybe my realization,
Yeah, please share.
what I understood is from this one, of course, I did not read all the Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam. It looks like that Lord Krishna, for example, let's say, is taking incarnation in the almost end phase of the Dwapar Yuga. Maybe to set the example for the Kali Yuga people, right? Is it something like that, can we say? Because in Dwapar Yuga, till that time, people were praying Lord Ram, right? Lord Narayan, before, till such Lord Krishna. This is what we understand. Is it something that we can interpret like that, or in a way, I'm not sure. I'm just...
Well, we need to understand that Krishna Mande Jagat Guru. He's the Acharya, he's the person who is given. We are supposed to follow the instructions of Krishna and the examples of Lord Ram. So yes, in fact, Krishna's instructions of Gita, they are not just for... He came in the beginning also. He has given instruction to Sun God. Imam Vivaspate Yogam Proktavan Aham Avyayam. I gave this incarnation to Sun God. Who is Sun God's Guru? It's Krishna. We need to understand the Krishna personality is not just appearing in... He comes to appear, he appears, yes, rightly as he says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata vyutanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamya. I come when there is decline in religious principles. That time he comes to perform his whole pastimes. He came for 125 years. But personality of Krishna has kept appearing some time to time. Now, who is the personality who appeared in front of Brahma? Gopal Tapani Upanishad says it's Krishna who came, not Narayan. So did personality of Krishna appear in this material universe? He came. He came for Brahma and shook hands with him. And he spoke the Bhagavatam to Brahma. Krishna Mande Jagat Guru. As an educator, Krishna played the role of an educator many times. Right? So he came as teacher of Brahma, gave initiation, Diksha to Brahma. He gave the entire Srimad Bhagavatam to Brahma and then summarized it with Chatushloki Bhagavatam. Who is that personality? It is Krishna. Yes, it is Krishna. Did worship of Krishna exist before Krishna coming in this particular day of Brahma? Yes. Prahlad Maharaj worshipped Krishna. Who is Vasudev? It's Krishna. Dhruv Maharaj, whom did he worship? He worshipped Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. That's the mantra. He worshipped Krishna. Whom did Ambrish Maharaj worship? Savai Mana Krishna Padaravinde. Prahlad Maharaj tells Hiranyakashipu to worship Krishna. Matirna Krishne Paratasvatova. So personality of Krishna would appear. He appeared just before this Manvantara to educate the son of the father of Manu. Father of Vaivasvata Manu is Vivaswan. To educate him, he came. So for educational purposes, Lord has definitely come. He is a visiting faculty, we can say. He is the original faculty, but he comes as the visiting faculty, comes and he goes. But the pastime, the entire duration of pastime, that particular entire duration, yes, that he has come only in the Yuga Sandhya of Dwapar and Kali. That doesn't mean he has not come before.
Yeah, now
So
it is
that's what
getting
I'm
clear.
trying to say. That is why the Yuga Dharma was also given before. There is a good likelihood. Otherwise, how will the people do deity worship? Dwapar Yuga, everybody did that. Dwapare Paricharyayam. They did deity worship. So the method was taught. It was given to people. People knew it. And even if you see otherwise, have you read the 9th canto Bhagavatam, the pastime of Pururava? Pururava was actually a king in Satyuga. But he appeared exactly at Yuga Sandhya of Satya and Treta. So he wanted to now get Urvashi as his wife. So he starts the sacrifice. He starts the fire sacrifice. And now why he came as, why he started fire sacrifice? Because the reason is mentioned, Treta Yuga started. It was overlap. Treta Yuga started. So now he doesn't go for meditation, he goes for the Ved. So people were also well educated. And who gives the education? Actually, it is the Yuga Avatar who gives the education. Right? Even before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, in the Sri Sampradaya, there were Alvars. They appeared much before. Yes, Pei Alvar. The first Alvar came in, he came 45 years. This was 45 AD he comes, which is somewhere close to 2000 years after Kali Yuga. Yeah, so he came, we can say, close to 1300, 1400 years before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And they started Sankirtan. Now, Pei Alvar is not a Yuga avatar, but all the 12 Alvars are the different weapons of Narayana. Pei Alvar, Kirupan Alvar, Peri Alvar, Tirumanga Alvar. So all the Alvars, Andal, our Kulashekar Alvar. So what is the meaning of Alvar? Alvar means Sankirtan, Sankirtaniyas, who go and spread the glories of Lord. They do Kirtan, they are called as Alvars. So the Yuga Dharma started by different means. So the Yuga Dharma is started by devotees first, before only. Right? The Lord comes to establish it thoroughly. Yes, thorough establishment. He comes, then it's inauguration of Sankirtan. But Alvar started the Sankirtan, before only they were doing. Even Madhvas, they would do Sankirtan. We had attended a drama, a play, which was done by Madhva devotees. And how Madhvacharya would go. They showed in the drama. I don't have any reading material proof. But when I attended the drama, Madhvacharya was going. Behind him, his devotees were dancing and going. Initially, I thought it was vague, but later on, it concluded. So even before that, Madhvacharya is from close to 1200, around 1200 period, after Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya came in 1017 AD. So Madhvacharya is really 1200s after Ramanujacharya, but they would dance and they would go behind him, they would go dancing in Kirtan. Mahaprabhu came 200 years later. Yes.
Yes, yes.
So that way the Yuga Avatar had already, there was thorough deity worship happening. So whether Krishna established it directly, indirectly, through his devotees, well, we have to read further to understand. We read Vishnu Dharma and other places, we'll understand. But all I'm trying to say is personality of Krishna does appear when he has a purpose.
Yes, yes, yeah, understood. Also, this proves your point of the time is not linear, cyclic. It could be
This
also, the same thing. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So there's a mention. There's a question. Who are the two Kshatriyas who are waiting in Himalayas? They are very eager to know their names. Who are these two personalities? One is from the dynasty of Kusha. Yes, Brihadbal was killed. Brihadbal's son is mentioned. The 9th canto is there, with the Kshatriya Vanshawali is mentioned. And the entire Chandra Vamsha is also mentioned in the 9th canto, and his name is, I'll get the names. It's there, 9th canto, the entire sun and moon lineage, right? Yes, Devapi and Maru. They're actually in a particular village called Kalapa. Devapi, he is actually Shantanu's dynasty, Kuru dynasty. Devapi, he is waiting. And Maru is from the Ikshvaku dynasty. So these two are waiting there, and they will start. It's mentioned in the 12th canto, second verse. The 12th canto, second chapter. These two, they will start. They're waiting for Kali Yuga to get over. Kalau Shuddha Sambhava, no Kshatriyas in Kali Yuga. So they're waiting for that to end, and they will go ahead. Why people say Triyugi Narayan does not appear in Kali Yuga, however Kalki does? Yes, I'll show you that verse. This comes in the Prahlad Maharaj speaks this verse, 7th canto, 9th chapter, 30th verse. Ittam nritirya grishideva jashavatarer lokan vibhavayasi hamsi jagat pratipan dharmam mahapurusha pasi yuganuvrittam channak khalau yadabhavastriyugota sattvam. So I will not read the first three. It shows that Lord appears in the form of humans, animals, in the saints, in the demigods, Jashavatara. All these places also he comes and takes incarnation. But what is the main part? The main part is the last. Abhavas Triyugo. He comes, manifests his godhood in 3 yugas, namely Satya, Treta and Dwapara. That's why he's called a Triyugi. But That doesn't mean doesn't come in Kalu. Channa Kalau. What is the meaning of Channa? Is covered over. See here, covered, yes. Which means he covers himself as the Supreme Lord. So he comes as his devotee. Yes, that's why Channa Kalau. So he comes in Kali Yuga, but he doesn't come as Lord, he comes as covered Lord, mainly coming as a devotee. How long is Satyuga? Okay, that is question is taken care. We don't know exactly. 10,000 we know, but we know we can. I have heard that Hanuman, Parshuram, Ashwatthama, and 4 others are waiting. Vibhishan is also there. Vibhishan. So they are called as Chirayus. I'll get the names of the Chiranjeevis. There are many Chiranjeevis. And as you mentioned, Chiranjeevis. Jamvant is also there. Jamvant is also Chiranjeevi. He comes, Jamvant comes till Dwapar because Krishna wanted to perform pastime. So Hanuman, Vibhishan, Ashwatthama, Bali is there in Sutallok. Vyasa is still there in Badrikashram because he had to meet Madhva. He had to initiate Madhvacharya. That was his main purpose. Kripacharya is also there. Kripacharya is the Kula Guru. He stays. Parshurama is still there. He's meditating. And Markandeya. Markandeya is, of course, he is gone beyond. So these are the Chiranjeevis. Hanuman, Vibhishna, Ashwatham, Bali, Vyas, Kripacharya, Parshuram, Markandeya. 8. These are the 8 Chiranjeevis who live. And if we tell one by one, Hanuman, he's ordered by Lord that you stay, and as long and until Ram Katha will go on, he will live in the earth. Till the end of this Kali, he will live. Till Ram Katha goes on. If you look at Ashwathama, Ashwathama is there because he is the next Vyas. That is the purpose he is staying. He is staying and he is doing his penance. He is the next Vyas. He will write the Vedas in the next life. It is mentioned, our Hare Krishna. There will be only audio, no video. I'm surprised to see some of you stayed. I'll just complete. What was the last thing that I was saying? Somebody can help me. Yes.
So Prabhuji, you're speaking about the 8 Chiranjeevis. You said Ashwatthama is the next Vyas in the next life, and
Yeah. So
then it
all
ended.
Chiranjeevis have a role to play, right? So that's what we were discussing. Yeah, Vibhishana is staying because he continues to be the ruler of. He's a good ruler, right? Good leader of Rakshasas. So he takes care of them nicely, making them Krishna conscious. After Vibhishan becomes the king, we don't find any Rakshasas causing so much of trouble. Rakshasas mainly. They don't come. He takes care of them. Bali is there because he is is the ruler of Sutal Lok. He has to become the next Indra. That's why he stays. Vyas is there currently because he has to remain till the end of this Kali Yuga. Once his role is finished, he will go. So Kripacharya, yeah, he is also present. He is a Chiranjeevi. Hanuman mainly became a Chiranjeevi because his body was embraced by the Lord. Parshurama, he is now a great sage who is performing his sadhana and tapasya. He has seen both Ram and Krishna, and he might see things ahead also. Right? And he is the one who will actually train Kalki, some say. He is going to be the trainer for Kalki. Very vital information. And Markandeya can, last for days of Brahma together. Many kalpas. He goes to Jagannath Puri and lasts there. Yeah. Please share the verse number for Chiranjeevis. There is no verse number like that for Chiranjeevis. Like that. I don't see a verse number, but there are references. I'll try to give. Yeah. Because these verses, like for example, Vibhishan and Hanuman's verse will come in Ramayana. Ashwatthama comes in Brahma Vaivarta Puran. Bali comes in Bhagavatam because he has to last, he'll become the next Indra. So that way they're all Chiranjeevis. Vyas, of course, Vyas is an incarnation, so he will stay till the end of Kali Yuga. Because written material is required. Anytime any reference required, Vyas is available. Kripacharya again till the end of Kali Yuga. That's mentioned in Mahabharata. Parshuram, yes, again, his sole purpose of staying is to train Kalki. He's there. So all the Markandeya Puran, we know. Why we can't see them, Prabhuji? Because they are divine personalities. They will only appear when somebody is deserving. I'll just like to end with one pastime. Vibhishan was there, and Vibhishana, he visits one panda from Jagannath Puri. He went to darshan of Jagannath in the night. So that time he saw a very tall personality. He asked, how did you enter? Who are you? Actually, Vibhishan, Ranganath and Jagannath both are there to give darshan to Vibhishan. They are Pratyaksha is Vibhishan. So he is a very tall person. He said, I'm Vibhishan. I'm ruler of the Rakshasas in Lanka. From Lanka. Lanka is invisible now. Yes. So then what he does is he takes a ring, one of his ring, and he puts on top of the panda. It's a very recent story. And that panda is stuck. And next day all devotees went, that panda was stuck with the ring. Huge ring. His ring was so huge, it went around. Can you imagine how tall must be his finger? How big must be his finger? So his ring went around that panda because he has a Treta Yuga body. And more of that, he has a Rakshasa's body also. He's not a Rakshasa's consciousness, bodies of Rakshasa. That's why he's like that. Amazing. So we will like to close here. Thank you all so much. Hare Krishna, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Thank you. Hari Bol. We'll end the call here.